No, you were very proud father to a very, but very lucky man. Put your hands together for the groom.
Well, for those of you who know me, which should be around this most of you, you will know that I'm unaccustomed to public speaking. But on this auspicious occasion, I'll try my best not to stutter and mumble too much through the speech so you will fall asleep. So on behalf of my wife and I, I'd like to thank you all for joining us on our special day. I know I speak for both of us when I say that we're so pleased to have such fantastic family and friends to join us today. And you've all come from far and wide, some from as far as Peckham and some from around the corner in China. And we are so grateful. I'd like to start by saying a few thank yous. Firstly, another than thanking my wife for becoming my wife. And I'm sure she'll love this, but one of the people I have to thank you the most is my little sister April. For if it wasn't for you, I'd never have met Shelley. So this is all your fault. I'd like to thank my now mother and father-in-law, Sue and Patrick. Firstly for having Shelley, because they would have been a bit awkward about it. Since the first time I met you both, you know, you've made me feel at home with part of the family, and I can't thank you enough. I've lost where I am now. There we go. I found it. No, I've got to another page this yet. So you look fantastic, as you always do. And bear with. Like I said, you look beautiful, and I couldn't have asked for a better mother-in-law. And I've lost it again. As I said, I'm unaccustomed to public speaking. So thank you so much for, as you said, giving an Arsenal fan permission to marry your daughter, and I'm mumbling now. I couldn't have asked for a better father-in-law even if you're a blue. I promise you both that I'll always protect and do everything I can for your daughter until my last days. And I'll always love you both as well. And unless the standard of the price drops, in which case that little contract here will have to be renegotiated. I'd also like to thank, obviously, my parents, Karen and Lee, for welcoming Shelley into family as well as you have done, and same with myself and Sue and Patrick. You've made her, since day one, you just made her part of the family. And I've lost myself again. Oh dear. So, yeah, I won't go back to the first time. I said it once already. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, boys. The bar will be open shortly. Thank you for all the love and support you've given us during the last year, 18 months, raising a marriage, and all the love and support you've given us over the years. I couldn't have asked for better parents. Mum, you've outclassed Mum of the Groom, as I knew you would do. And looking at the cake over there, it looks absolutely wonderful. Oh, yeah, I know. I'll be there in a minute. One at a time. And as we know, you've always looked good in the suit. I think Sam Joe now we realise you're not James Bond anymore. This is all coming off now. I haven't even got this written down. It's all coming back to me. Oh, I've lost myself again. And also, I think, which was a big surprise to all of us, I've got to thank you for being a sensible one about us and out of us in Germany. Because I know that a certain person at the end of the table was very worried about what's going to be happening to you. And thank you both again for getting us ready for this morning and not letting me drink too much last night or this morning. Which I'm quite glad about, really. And you've always been there for us, and we couldn't ask for any better parents. And we both love you. We both love you lots. So we've both got a little card for you both, for both parents here. So which way should I go? I'll give that to you. So also, I've got to say thank you to Shelley's fantastic bridesmaids. Her sister Hayley, maid of honour, who's absolutely gorgeous, along with my sisters Holly and April. Holly, thank you so much for the fantastic decoration of the cake. It looks absolutely wonderful. I'm sure we're all looking forward to it later on. And obviously, I've got a big thank you to my little sister Hannah, pretty much, and my now niece Caris. You girls are absolutely gorgeous. I knew you would do, and you've done a great job today. And I've lost myself again. You write a speech, Dan, you start talking about it, and then you go to the pot, doesn't it? Things come in. Oh, okay, right. Can I start again? Okay. Yeah, slow down. Thanks for that, Andy, by the way. Right, okay. And, take your time. Oh, sure, right. Yeah, I found what Shelley pointed me out, it's fine, I'm back on the track. So, well... okay. Now, I'm unsure whether to thank him just yet, because he hasn't said his speech yet. But a big thank you's got to go to my best man, Dave. You know, all your help for today and yesterday, you know, I couldn't have done it without you, mate. You've been fantastic. And, well, I'd say you're more like a brother to me than a friend. And we've had so much fun over the years. Most recent of all, as you've all heard of my constant posts on Facebook about the stag do, which I do apologise for, I was excited. And the many other good times we've shared, which I'm sure you'll all hear about, well, not all of them, hopefully. And no one could ask for a better friend. So thank you very much for your help and support today. Also, I thank you, although he's not here, but I'm sure you'll see the videos of everybody. It's got to go to my absent second best friend James, who sadly couldn't join us today, which helped Dave out with his upcoming speech. Thank you for the wonderfully designed outfit you got for me in Germany. It's such a shame you couldn't be with us today, but he'll be here later on to join in with a few drinks later this evening. Also, I think it's got to go to my ushers, my very good friend Steve. Never seen you looking so smart. And obviously to my now brother-in-law Martin. You guys done a great job today. Thank you very much for getting everybody here. I'd also like to say a quick thank you to my grandparents. After everything you guys have been through over the last few years, sadly, and everything you're now sadly having to go through again. With your battles with cancer and Grandad's battles with the millions of flies in the hospital and the IRA. We're so happy you were here to celebrate with us on our special day. Today would not have been the same without you. Sadly, Shelley's grandparents are no longer with us, but I'm sure your granny and your rest of your grandparents would have been with us today and watching over us, and were as proud as my grandparents are, and now your grandparents are of us. There is also one very special thank you I need to... I've lost it again. Sorry about this. There's also one more thank you I'd also like to make, by thanking Shelley for marrying me, of course. That's to my Auntie Em and Uncle Russ. If it hadn't been for you guys putting up with me and putting me up for those years, I'd never have had the career, seen the places I've seen, and I wouldn't have had the great friends I have sitting in the corner over there today on the commandeer table. So, a huge thank you, got to say to you. There's not enough words to describe how thankful I am. So, before I move on to talk about my now beautiful wife, I've made her wait long enough and I don't want to get to the doghouse just yet. I'd like to make a toast, so if you'd all take your glasses. To family and friends.
Family and friends. And to you.
Wow, here we go. guess it's about time I said something about this very lucky and very beautiful lady, and now in my life. Little did I know, but I think Shelley's been playing this all along. Hence the wonderfully appropriate wedding gift she got me this morning. Right, Sally. That little over 6 years after we met, we'd be sat here today as husband and wife. I'll always remember the first time I met Shelley. It was at her and April's student apartment in Loughborough. I remember thinking to myself, "You're on it?" I remember thinking to myself, she's alright. She greeted us with a big smile and a big hello. Even though, if I do recall, you weren't in the best of moods because a certain somebody in the room had broken a plate or cup of yours. A cup. April. That was our first meeting, and we all went out later. We all went out later on that day, and I got to talk to her properly for the first time. I can't remember exactly what we spoke about, but whatever I said worked. As that night we shared our first kiss. Woo! Then about 4 years later, we took a little trip to Portsmouth, where we found our beautiful little pup Phoebe, and our little family was born. That same year, we took a little trip to Cologne, as previously said, to visit the Christmas market, and this is where most of you know is where I proposed. I remember carrying the ring around all day long in my pocket and trying my best to hide it from her, which isn't easy when she's trying to jump on you and have cuddle with you every 5 minutes. But, I managed to do it, and when we got to the top of Dom Cathedral, after a spin up about 200 steps, which Usain Bolt would have been proud of, and a lot of shouts saying "slow down" from Shelley. Once I got my breath back, I was able to produce the ring and ask the question, and she made me the happiest man in the world, until today, of course. I know I'm not the most open person when it comes to showing my emotions, but that must be the Rixon half of me. But I can tell you that I've never felt so proud, honoured and in love with you as I do today. Watching you walk down the aisle earlier, sharing our vows, becoming husband and wife, has been the greatest moment of my life. This day will stay with me forever. You're the most beautiful woman I know, and today you've taken that to even greater heights. How you've managed to put up with me for the past 6 years, with me being away as much as we have been, is unbelievable, and goes to show how strong our love for one another is. And what can I say? I should have put the paper down. I should have memorised it. I'm sorry. We were put on this earth to be together, and you're my life and soul, and I can't imagine my life without you. Like I said, how you put up with me and been with me for all these years, I do not know. I'll always be there for you. I know you will always be there for me. I cannot wait for our next chapter in life to start. If it's been anything like the past 6 years, I know we're going to have the time of our lives. I love you with all my heart. Always will. You are my world, and I'll promise I'll always protect and love and make the world the best place it can possibly be for you and us. So if we can all raise a glass. Only oneself. Where's the hanky? If we could all raise a glass to my beautiful and lovely wife Shelley. I love you.
Shelley!